Hello, and welcome back to All the Mods 10 to the Sky. This episode is 2 hours long. That's your warning. This is about Mekanism, and we are spending the time to set up the fission reactor you see over here. It's already done. It's chugging along. And then I need to set up what to do after the fission reactor, We need to get the stuff out of the reactor, put it inside the solar neutron activator and or the isotopic centrifuge in order to get our polonium and the plutonium, and then convert that into pellets and everything. Look at that. Well, we're making plutonium right now, so cool. This is plutonium, right? Okay, that's plutonium. So yeah, we're gonna make some of that because in the future we need to set up the SPS, and then we can go ahead and make some antimatter pellets right there. So we're gonna need the SPS in order to do that because it's the SPS that can give us the antimatter from the polonium. So cool. So yeah, if you want to see me go through the process of setting up the fission reactor, now mind you, this is not the maximum size. It is not the Optimus, the optimal setup, and not the most efficient way of setting up the reactor here. But it's one of those set it and forget it stuff. And you know what? I went off and did something else. You know how many pellets I got? Yeah, look at that. Got a lot of pellets right there. You don't need like hundreds of thousands of this stuff. You just need like a handful of this stuff in order to get what you need, and that's about it. That's about it. Same thing with the antimatter. You just need like a handful of it. So you just set it and forget it. Come back and you have loads of pellets right there. So cool. So you want to see me set up all this stuff? You can stay tuned for this particular episode. Hello, and welcome back to All the Mods 10 to the Sky. Today, we'll be doing some more Mekanism. So let's check out the fissile fuel supply. And we have nearly 140,000 buckets of fissile fuel. It's still going, by the way. It just keeps going up and up and up. And look at all these chemicals in here. That is that's O2 over there. We have a butt ton of oxygen. And how much hydrogen do we have? We have, what is that number? Stop jumping back and forth. Stop it. 1.8 million. Holy crap, that's a lot of hydrogen. But don't worry, we'll use the hydrogen later. That's not going to be wasted. So anyway, we're going to be building the fission, I think. Yeah, fission reactor for Mekanism. And if we look at the stuff in Mekanism, we have a whole bunch of blocks in order to play around with. Let's see what's going on here. We have the fusion reactor here. We'll probably do that at a later time. I'm not even sure if we're going to build one or not, but it's available to us if you want to do that. We have reactor glass. We have the fission reactor, which we will be building. And yeah, a whole bunch of ports and these fuel assemblies and the rods and everything. And here's the fusion parts for it as well. And oh crap, the laser, of course. Well, okay. So we're going to build it over here. We're going to fit it inside this space. Now we're not going to go for the max size because it's just going to be just out there and it's just going to be in the way. So we're just going to make it a little bit smaller and hopefully it works for us. And it's going to be 15 by 15 by 15. And hopefully that is a right amount of, hopefully that's the right size in order for it to form. But so we're going to see. We'll see about that. So you can go for max size if you want to, but I'm not going to go to max size. Besides, we're probably not going to utilize the entirety of what the reactor is capable of. So we're just going to make it a little bit smaller and hopefully it works out for us. Not really going for the max bin or anything like that, or optimization or efficiency or anything like that. I just set it up and then I just go do something else and forget about it. And then I come back, it's like, oh, I have antimatter pellets. Hooray. So yeah, this is like playing the long game here. So yeah, let's go ahead and make a couple of things here. We're going to need the fission reactor casing. I don't know how many to make. Maybe 300? We'll make 300 for now. And that's going to be the frame. The face is going to be reactor glass. So I don't know, 1600. There we go. Come to the point where it's like we don't really have to worry about all those particular basic resources anymore. We have lead, plenty of lead, and we have sand, plenty of sand in order to make all this stuff. All right, so the fission reactor ports, we're going to need a couple of these. I don't know, let's say 12. And then the logic adapter, let's make 2. All right, cool. Okay, let's get the reactor casings out. Let's see, building gadget. Okay, here we go. Okay, give me some of that. And we're just gonna plunk it down. And should we put that into the floor here? It's just gonna hit the lights over here. So hopefully we don't have to get rid of them. All right, we have the frame. And in the meantime, we're gonna have to make the fission fuel assembly, and we need the control rod assembly. So let's get some of that. And here's how you make the assembly rod. It's easy, basic mechanism stuff. Here's the fuel assembly, by the way. And there's a basic chemical tank right in the center. And everything else, take the recipe for that. Fission reactor casing, there we go. Steel casings and everything. Fission reactor port, there we go. And the logic adapter. And that's about it, really. That's about it. Where's the glass? Okay, here's reactor glass. Okay, cool. All right. Control rod assembly. Not quite sure how many to make. But what is this again? This is 13 by 13 or something like that. I don't know. We'll pick like a random number. Let's see, control rod assembly and this thing. Now, is this the cluster fuel rods used to house the fission? Okay. What about this one? Action control rods used to haul. Okay, that's at the top. So maybe we'll say 40. And then this one will make like, I don't know, 300. Okay, cool. Now, I am wondering if I can place glass under each of these things here. But you know what? I probably don't want to risk that. It'll probably work, but you can't be so sure. After what happened with the extreme reactors things, where you had to place like a solid block under each rod and not glass. All right, so I'm not sure about even the gap between the walls and the fuel rods because with extreme reactors, I think you're supposed to do that, and I don't know what difference that would make. Probably not that much of a difference, but I usually just put it right up against the wall and be done with it. And it's usually just a checkered pattern. And again, you can build it however you want. Build it up however you want. I'm just going to do what I normally do, and it's always worked out for me. Not going for high efficiency or optimizing or anything like that. I just want the damn thing to work in the long run. All right, there we go. Nice checkered pattern. Let me get the glass out. That's a lot. Okay. This. Some of this stuff. Cool. There we have it. You're just gonna have to break all of this glass away. I still need to go in there, but I can probably do the top. Actually, maybe I'll hold off on the top. Yeah, I'll hold off on that. All right. Let me get the assemblies. Give me a whole bunch of that. Yeah, you can put some of the glass away. Can't put that. And we can also do this. All right, cool. Now, I'm wondering if this is going to be an issue using the netherite stick, construction stick. Not even sure if it's going to form, but it works with the extreme reactor, so I guess so. Get like 200 more. All right, cool. Now, I don't remember. Is this supposed to go on the very top, or is that supposed to go like right there? All right, Quest, tell me where this goes. Let's see, where is it? Fission Reactor. Okay, SPS. Antimatter. Well, why do you put all the advanced stuff at the top? Shouldn't it like go at the bottom? All right. Let's see. Fissile fuel storage and usage. Okay, assembly or what make up the storage for the fissile fuel. Okay, where do they go? Let's see. Fuel assemblies need to be placed in the fission reactor in order to work. Stack on top of each other, next to each other, but each stack will need a control rod assembly on top of them. Okay, where on the top? Control rod assembly. Don't change anything like efficiency, but the fission reactor assembly won't work if there isn't a control rod assembly above them within the fission reactor. Okay, but where does it go? Does it go like a very top, or does it go like right underneath? Fissile fuel, because I don't remember that particular part. All right. Uranium, fissile fuel. This one. Is it over here? Okay, let me see. The base and frame would need to be made of fission reactor casing. Okay. Wait, what do you mean the base and the frame? You mean at the bottom? I want to get rid of the glass now. Reactor, fissile fuel, okay, 2 buttons, Now, what the heck am I looking at? Okay, what is this? That must be it. It's at the very top. Let's see. This is over here. And then, why do you have this thing? Is that like, no, that looks like 2 of these. That's like 2 half slabs stuck together. What the heck? Okay, sure. I guess it goes to the very top, but what happened to this thing over here? Why did you not put this thing over here? Okay, well, whatever. I'm guessing it goes to the very top. There we go. Because how else are you going to right-click it, right? You do right-click these, right? Okay. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. How the heck am I going to do this? All right, where's the shrinking device? All right, much better. All right, cool. I'm hoping that's correct. it's probably not going to be correct. All right, let me fill this stuff in. All right, I think I did it. Any more spaces under here? You know what? I think I missed a space like right in the center. Aha! Where the heck did I put that glass? Okay. Alright, obviously it didn't form when I did that, so probably did something wrong. Alright. Check the bottom over here. Oh, ooh, of course. Yeah? Is that correct? No, okay. Okay, well, let me get the ports out. I'll put those down. And give me some of that, and some of that. Alright, well, where the heck are we gonna put the ports? All the mechanism stuff is over here, and I don't want to put it on the outside because that's outside of the chunk now. All right, we'll put it on the side over here. All right, there we go. And then the other two, I don't know what the other two. I'll probably put it over here. All right, great. Now the fail safe, I'll put it around over here. And there is a little diagram that they show you somewhere of how to do that. I just don't know what the heck happened to it. Fission Reactor port, Logic adapter, here we go. Right, advanced failsafe. Can you show me that picture that was in 10? Alright, thanks for taking out the picture. Real helpful. Okay. I believe it was like that. And then it was 2 blocks away? I think? I think it was 2 blocks away? Or is it just 1? I can always change it, whatever. It's not like I tripped the failsafe before. You just gotta keep an eye on it, and that's it. Alright, so it's not forming, so we're gonna have to change something around. I think these go on the bottom. So let me change out the base here. All the glass in here. let me get changing gadget. Okay, and reactor casing, gonna do that. And, hang on, this is... Okay, reactor casing's right there. Okay, hopefully this works. Does it work? I don't think it's working. Ah. Okay, alright. Sheesh. It doesn't work on glass. How about some other block? Can I just, like, change it out? Is it because they're entities? Is that it? Alright, fine. Fine. Make me do it manually and everything. Alright, can I ulti-mine this? Yeah, that's 40 blocks. Alright, there we go. Okay, let me get casings. Can't really see anything. Alright, hopefully that took. Alright, is that all of them? Okay, there's one, there's another one. Alright, that should do it. Alright, cool. Alright, so one more thing is, it's not forming, so I'm guessing the control assemblies go underneath. Get rid of all this now. Okay, and then they're all under here. Okay, I'll put it under here. Use this thing. Okay, cool. That. Alright, cool. Alright, that should do it. Give me that. Build the top of glass. Now, if this doesn't work, that means it's the wrong size. And we may have to redo it again. Come on, give me some more glass. Ah, it's not doing it. That's strange. How come this one isn't... Weird. I'm just aiming incorrectly. Okay, it's probably faster to just do a manual. Here, give me this. Oh, it formed. Okay, that was the reason. All right, there we go. Nice. All right. Put the lights back. All right, cool. All right, so here are the ports, and let's see. These two are for. I'm not quite sure what they are. We're supposed to put something in it, and it's gonna be fissile fuel. So let's see. We need to drag cable all the way out to here. All right, there we go. Now we're still inside the trunk, right? All right, good. All of this side over here has to be chunk loaded now. That means it's 6 chunks that we are chunk loading, just because we built this bad boy down here, and these little bits are just sticking out a little bit too much, so that's why. That's okay. That's okay. All right, so we got the cable out here. Now we're gonna pull the fissile fuel out the local network here, and we are up to what 147,000. All right, cool. All right, let's see. We're gonna get the interface. And let's see, we're gonna put it up here. And let's see, this is all this stuff over here. Then, yeah, we're gonna stick it up here. All right, cool. Okay, fissile fuel. We'll do that. Make it 4. Port. Storage bus and deceleration cards. What's this color? Light blue. Light blue and be smart cables. Like this. Okay. And then we need to put stuff, get stuff out of the reactor. And let's see. Probably gonna need another port, won't we? All right, then we make some more ports here. All right, cool. That there and there. All right, cool. All right. Let's see. The steam that's coming off of there, I believe that is a liquid. Let me see. Steam. All right, that's mechanism, and that is also mechanism. So I'm guessing it's this one over here, or maybe it's like this one over here. I'm not quite sure. Um. Should that be a tank or should that be something else? We'll see. We'll see. We might have to put tanks on it because it's a chemical or something. All right. So let's see. Import bus. That over here. Acceleration card. And this for the fissile fuel. All right. Cool. Put the storage bus right there, and the speed fissile fuel. And what is this? Is this like an input or an output? Let's see. Like that? Nope. Output waste. Okay. Output coolant. No. Input only. Okay, output waste. Okay, that's input only. All right, so this one will produce something else. So now you press U on this, and it's going to be nuclear waste there, and we'll have steam coming out of there. So we need to take this and put it inside the solar neutron activator. Now I'm wondering if we can store this somewhere. It does have to be. Do we have the radiation cells? Yeah, we do. Look at this. Mega radioactive chemical storage cells. Now, I'm wondering what this can store. Well, obviously radioactive, but can I put, like, nuclear stuff in it? I mean, fissile fuel is not nuclear, but... Okay, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. Let's see, this one, mega reactive, radioactive storage component. One of those. Alright, there we go. And then we'll need the waste barrels, too. Okay, we'll make one of those. Unfortunately, we cannot utilize that right now because we need this first. So we're gonna have to wait like just a little bit longer so we can store the cells in there. But for now, we'll just make a hard line into the solar neutron activator. Okay, let's go back to here. Okay, do I have a recipe for that? I do not. All right, cool. And we'll make one of these. Bronze ingot. Of all the things we don't have. All right, bronze. Okay, how do you make this? Alloy smelter. Let's see, metallurgic infuser. This is tin of all things. Energized smelter. Can't I just combine it? Well, I can do it through this. Alloy smelter, okay. How do you make the dust blend? Oh, I can do it like this. But then I need the dust. I suppose I can crush things. Then I can put it together in that. Should I do it this way, or should I do it like the Oritech way? I don't really want to depend on the Oritech stuff. Let's see, metallurgic infuser with the tin. It doesn't matter that much, but we're probably going to need the dust some way or another. Alright, well, what do we have in here? Glowstone dust. Alright, fine. Get the copper dust. We don't necessarily have to go for the crusher because we'll be utilizing the hammers. Because we can do that. Let's see, raw copper and that one. Okay, we'll do it like this. We already have a recipe for that. And we have plenty of iron. And it's real fast. Really fast. That's the crafting recipe. Alright, we've got the copper. And now we're gonna get the other one. What is it, tin? Okay, here's the tin. Okay, cool. I'll put it together like that. Okay, and now just put it in the furnace. Okay, cool. All right, there we go. Now, why do we need the dust in the first place? It's because of this thing. Okay. All right, there we go. Solar neutron activator. Now, we're also going to need the tubes. So this is for the chemical tubes. All right, cool. All right, let's see. Let me get one of these things. And we're going to need the nuclear waste output. All right, this is output waste. All right. Should we put that somewhere else though? Because maybe we should be putting that inside barrels or something. And yeah, you know what? It's gonna be like a brand new layer over here, right? A whole top layer of machines. So we're probably gonna like maybe put it over here. Output it across like this. And there's gonna be like a couple of machines here. Gonna process that. But the thing is, we're gonna need like glass over here. I'm hoping that works with glass, but we're gonna see. All right, so for the solar neutron activator, I'm gonna drag some power cables up. Let's see, how the heck am I gonna do that one? Maybe we'll do it from this corner. See, that is over here. All right, what's over here? Okay, that's the white cable. All right, now how much space should we give ourselves between these machines? I'm guessing 2, so we can fit ourselves in here. So I made it like that. All right, and then the power cable's like right under here. See, this is on here and then on here. All right, cool. All right, cool. Now, of course, we will be using the solar neutron activator, and this thing doesn't need to take any power, but we may need to make another machine for making the other ones with the nuclear waste. So let's press U on this thing, and we're going to bookmark that one. And here's the solar neutron activator. Now, this isotopic one makes plutonium, which we also need. So we're probably going to put like another one, that particular tower, on the cable over here. But since we want to be like all neat and stuff, we might as well just put it on, the same line. And this thing doesn't require power, but we just want to be on the same row. So cool. All right, so this thing be over here, and then we'll make the centrifuge. And then we're gonna put that right there, so we can go back and forth with this wherever the heck we want. Okay, and then we'll do it like that. And then they're gonna share. Whoops. All right, cool. All right, let's see. Let me rotate these. Okay. Alright, so this one is all the way up there. I think that's the one. Alright, there we go. Give it a nice little sunroof. Okay, glass. And let me use regular old glass here. Let's see. Clear white stain. White stained glass. Okay, here we go. And hopefully it works with glass. Alright, cool. Yeah, we're not concerned about the day cycle because I just leave it. I just leave it off now. So I don't want to bother with the nighttime. None of that crap. None of the weather. None of the phantoms or anything like that. I just want to build a factory and be done with it. Alright, cool. Alright, so we got the waste going out here and going into here. And what does this make again? That's the other liquid, right? Let me just do this. And do that. Alright, so this is the polonium. So we can't just leave it alone as a liquid, you know, as a chemical. You got to convert that into a more stable version. So that means we need to put that through the pressurized reaction chamber. And this takes water, polonium, and fluorite dust. That makes this stuff. And of course, that gives us spent nuclear waste, which we also have to deal with. So yeah, and from using the what is this again? Hold on, polonium. Oh yeah, you also need to put polonium through the SPS in order to make antimatter. But we'll worry about that some other time. We just need to deal with this stuff first, and the other one. Okay, pressurized. Did I ever make that one? Some. Okay. What is this called? Pressurized. Okay, I didn't make one yet. Okay, do that. And what is this? Chemical tanks? Okay, put it back. Okay, here we go. No, it's not using any of the tanks in here, right? Empty, empty. Okay, fine. Okay, put that in here. Alright, where's that again? Okay, here's the waste. So I got that, and then I got that. Alright, polonium. That goes through this thing. Alright, cool. And this stuff goes through another one of these things. Okay, cool. And that just takes fluorite dust and water. Alright, so we're gonna need 2 of these. Okay, cool. And we're just gonna output it straight into here. There we go. Right next to each other. Okay, we got one of these, and we're gonna need to put it in some water. Do I have water in here? I don't think I have water in here. I've been using the sinks, haven't I? Yeah, there we go. Alright, I might pull from the white cable, maybe. Because we need to pull fluorite dust as well. Let's see, that stuff, okay. Where the heck am I dragging the fluorite out of? That's uranium, sulfur. Okay, here's the fluorite. And that's going into where? Here? Solution chambers, okay. That one's being used. These are not being used at all. At all. Know this. Sulfuric acid is just not plentiful. So it's not making it into any of these machines. So just one would do. Unless you ramp up the sulfuric acid. Which I'm probably not going to do. I mean, all this stuff just eat power like candy, so it's not like I'm made of power, you know. Alright, so anyway. Where the heck was I? Right, the fluorite stuff. Alright, so that is the blue cable over here. So we'll piggyback off of this one. And hopefully we can get fluorite dust out of here. Okay, crusher. Make one of those guys. And should we just leave it as a crusher or maybe not? Okay, fine. Fine, we'll do it. We'll make the ultimate crushing factory. All right. I want the ultimate crushing factory. Now we're going to need some upgrades for that one. So get some energy upgrades, buffering upgrades. Make 100 more. Okay, and what was the other upgrade? Okay, it's a speed upgrade. Make more of this. Okay, we got the crusher. Let's see. Guess I should put that over here. But then again, it's going to be in the way of this thing, so maybe not. I'll have to move it over, maybe. Maybe over here. Okay, cool. Alright, light blue smart cables. We're going to have to pull something out of here, I think. Or maybe not. Not quite sure. Alright, do I have the recipe for the water cell? I don't want to have to deal with the sinks anymore. Okay, infinite water cell. Okay, there we go. Right there. Alright, make one. Okay, give me that. Put it inside the sink. In the ME drive. That right there. Alright, nice. Now we got the water. Okay, cool. Now we don't have to deal with the sinks. Alright, so cool. Maybe we should put the water inside here since we're gonna have to drag that up anyway. Alright, let me see how the heck we're gonna do this one. We're going to put that up here. And this one, we're going to drag water into here anyway. So we're going to do that. Okay, cool. Okay, storage bus. This one takes fluorite. Okay, there we go. Okay, storage bus. Does that take out or does that... Okay, we need the water in here. Okay, water. Okay, then we need water in here. Alright, cool. And that one takes all that stuff. That one's polonium. So that is water and fluorite dust. Okay. This one. This is water and fluorite dust. Okay, same thing. Same thing. We need to be able to store this stuff here. Or maybe we can just queue it up somehow. And just put it like straight up into here. Or maybe not. I'm not quite sure. But we'll probably put it in the local network. Alright, let me see. How the heck are we going to do this one? We don't want to waste all our fluorite. How much fluorite do we have? We have like 1.4 million. And kind of still going up. Okay, fine. We do have fluorite bees after all, so I'm not too concerned about that. How else are we getting the fluorite, though? Let's see, we get that from sieving. Alright. See, chamber, centrifuge, crusher spirit. Okay. Alright, guess we get that from sieving. Sand, that is 15%. And netherite stuff, that's like max of 2. Alright, fine. We'll have the fluorite B, so I'm not too concerned about that. How's our sulfur supply, by the way? 487. And still going up. Look at that, we have like 44 sulfur bees at the ready, just in case. Just in case. Alright, alright, let me make a cell for this. Alright, let's see what cell we can use here. We haven't made any of the item cells in here. I don't think. Item cell housing, okay. Mega bulk cell. I don't want to fill this up with infinite fluorite dust. I want that to be up to a certain point. So, let's start off with the lower ones. Okay, that is 1K storage cell, a 4K one. Okay, here's a 16 one. Okay. Alright, let's start off with the 16K one, and we can always change it if we want to. Alright, 16, where's the 16? 64. Right up here. 16K. There we go. Alright, give me that. And cell workbench, put that in here. Then we'll drag the fluorite dust into here. Okay, cool. And we'll put it inside there. Okay, great. Alright, so this one is for taking the fluorite. Alright, the back. Get rid of all this. Okay, that's an input. We also need an output somewhere. Alright, cool. And there goes all the channels. Great. We might have to start splitting up some stuff. Alright, auto sort that. And that one is going to be an output, and then we're going to auto eject. Alright, that should work. Should. Maybe, not quite sure. Right, I need a storage bus on this. Oh boy, we're gonna be out. Okay, I'm gonna have to split this. Okay, interface. Give me one of these. And I'll put another one over there. Hey, don't connect to that. Sheesh. Alright, so this one is for intaking something. And this one, that's for the fluorite. Okay. That over here. Okay, great. Alright, cool. Still got the water over there, and this one's for the fluorite. And this one's for taking it out. Alright, cool. Okay, give me one of these. And we'll have to put a storage bus on this thing. Alright, there we go. And then let's see. Is this thing like right under here? This is the white cable, right? Yes, that's the white cable. Okay. I'll have to get rid of this thing then. can't have that on there. That'll have to go back into here. Okay, let's see. Give me another one of these. And what's that, like 2 blocks apart? Can I do it again? Yeah. Can I do 2 blocks apart? That one goes in. Do I need to take anything out of here? Oh yeah, the pellets. Alright, so that means this is 1 and 2 over there. Alright, how about over here? Do I need to take anything out of here? Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, I think I can do it. Maybe. I'm not sure. But then again, I have to put like a storage bus over here. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. You know what? I could get rid of one of the machines over here since they're not really being utilized. Alright. That's a tomorrow problem right there, so get rid of that thing. There we go. Now we have another channel! Yay! Alright, but what is this thing over here? Sulfuric acid? Okay, that is sulfuric acid. Okay, get rid of this one, yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, so we have one more channel, so that should be enough. Another one right there. Cool. And then, once we get the pellets from here, we can take it out. And put that back in there. Alright, that's water. And this is also water. Okay, cool. Alright, so I think we're all set here. Alright, so the import stuff. First of all, let me clear this. And let me clear that. Chemicals, let me clear that. Fluids, clear that. Alright, cool. Alright, so on the back, we're going to take on water. Okay. And then the chemicals. Let's see, chemicals. This is the water. We're taking in water. And then this one is coming in from the left. Because we're going to take it from the centrifuge. Okay, chemicals. That is an input. Okay, cool. And then we're going to take the pellets out from the top. That's for the items. Alright, cool. Now, how the heck are we going to put in the fluorite stuff? Let's see, items. And the back over here. Hey, you know what? Let's do this, and hopefully that works. Hopefully that works. Okay, we're going to do this. Go in here. Put the fluorite dust in here, and that should work. Okay, cool. Alright, go over here, do the same thing to that. Items, input, and then chemicals. I'm going to say input from here. To fluids, okay. Items. That is for the fluorite dust. Fluids go into there, and that one goes into there. And the output goes out the top. Okay, let's eject on. And the items over here, eject on. Okay, cool. We gotta be able to take the fluorite dust out, so... let's see. Now put this back into here. Alright, let's see. How the heck are we gonna do this? Alright, put these away. Let me deal with the upgrades first. All right, put these away now. Okay, give me the orange cable, and then not quite sure. Maybe we'll put it over here, and then just go up. Okay, give me the quartz fiber. All right, and then we'll have to go off the side here. And let's see, we're gonna have to take this stuff out. Okay, cool. Now for the blue cable, I might move that around the corner over here. I might put it like right over here. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Alright, so that means the top would no longer be an output. We'll make the left the output. Alright, cool. Now it's being powered. Okay. Okay, import. Now, if I'm putting the import bus over here, then what the heck is this thing for? Import, that's an output. Oh, okay. That was the input. That was the output. All right. Let me move this to the top then. Back to the top. All right. Do that. That back over here. And that should work. All right, cool. All right, there we go. Nice. And now we can get rid of that extra bit on the side. All right, there we go. Still looks all right. Kinda. Over here. And that one goes in there. What I could do is just maybe make the orange one go out the side like that. Dang it. Okay, there we go. And of course, if I'm going to do that, then I'm going to move this back to the left side. All because I want it to look a little bit neater. Right, there we go. Alright, a little better. Alright, so is this, it's offline now, so that means, I'm going to have to power this one. Let's see, how the heck am I going to do that one? I'll do it down here. Alright, cool. Alright, that's running. Okay, how much dust do we have in here? Okay, 1456. Okay, nice. And now we need to put that into here. Let's see, fluorite dust. Is that anywhere in here? No. Okay. That one's going off with this particular cable. Let me go over here. And is that filtered? That is not filtered. Let me put the fluoride in here. Here, we don't want the dust going into here. Alright, cool. Alright, so over here, this will take the fluoride dust. And that one will also take the fluoride dust. Okay, let's go down here. Alright, dust. Set that, and then we'll set the what? Hold on. This is the white cable, isn't it? Okay, well, I guess we'll be pulling the water out of the white cable. Get rid of this one. Alright. Oh boy. Alright, so that is the output. That is the white cable. Now, how the heck am I supposed to input this stuff in here? Am I inputting anything in here, or is that just export? Guess I can pull it off of here and put it back in here. Alright, this crusher over here, that is import bust, and X going into here. Oh boy, okay. If I use this, put import bus on this thing, then I have to put that over here. And this is the white cable here. Alright, I guess I have to put it on the white cable. What the heck am I gonna do? So that's gonna mess up all the cabling. I mean, I could put it back into the network over here. Let's see, that's the blue cable there. I could very well take it out of here if I want to. Then again, you know what? I can probably pull it out of here and then drag another cable out to there. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, let's see. See, that's the orange cable over there. That's an output there. Alright, let me use the green ones. Alright, cool. Okay, this one, that is the fluorite dust, so we'll do that. Okay, and this one is... Why the hell do I have an import bus over here? That's for the pellets, isn't it? Okay, fine. That alone. Storage bust. See, this is the blue cable. Right, get rid of that. And get rid of that. Okay, and for importing, we can import that back into this interface over there and into that particular network over there. All right, cool. But the thing is, do I want to put that into there or maybe the main network? Okay, where's the main network over here? I can use the orange cable here. This one's easy. This one probably not as much. But I can probably do it. That one goes there, okay. And suppose I can go up like that, maybe. Will that look good? It has to look good. Alright, do this. Okay, we'll do it like that. Okay, so the import bus, then get rid of this thing. And this one goes into where again? Into the blue network, okay. I can very well do it like that, but then we want to put that back to the main network, so I have that already. So okay, so it's not going to be that one. It's probably going to be one of these things. All right, let me see. That's the blue cable there. How many channels? That's 5 out of 8. Okay, and that one goes into there, and that one goes into there. And then I can storage bus it like right here. Okay, fine. Give me that. All right, what do I have on here? Okay, that's fine. Do it like that. And I don't care if the quartz fiber that. It's the same network anyway. Okay, there we go. And then this one will have one of these. All right, there we go. Now we can pull the pellets and put it back into the main network. Okay. And over here, that's the green cable over there. Okay, now what else is missing right now? We need to have a site free in order to get rid of spent nuclear fuel. So unfortunately, that's going to have to be at the front. And what's that? The blue cable? Okay. So this is empty, so that means it's taking it from these machines over there. Okay. We still need to put the fluoride dust in it. And where is that coming from? Let's see, that one fluoride dust is currently in where? That's in a local network. Okay, not here. It's in here. And then I was going to do it through here. And that's the front. But I kind of need to put a tube on it. Okay, so the blue cable is connected to what? The main network? Alright. And where is this going right now? That one's going back there. Okay. Alright, I'm going to put that into main network. I don't want to, but I guess I have no other way of doing that. Not of how I'm building it right now. I can very well spread them further apart. Okay, let's see. That one's going back into the local network there. So I want to put that into the main network. Alright, get rid of this. Do it like that, and then do it like that. Okay, and then the top is going to be an output. Alright, there we go. Alright, and the bottom, storage bus it. Alright, cool. Alright, so that's going into the main network. And now we have to deal with the fluoride dust. And that's coming in from the main network. So that means this is 7 out of 8 channels here. Okay, this one is out of channels. It would make sense to separate this now. Alright, well, let me get rid of the orange cable. and this one is for what? That one's for something. I just don't know what. 8 channels over here. I hope I didn't break this thing. Did I break this thing? That one is going like that, and then that. Uranium, okay. Sulfur. I don't think I need this little bit over here. Why the heck did I do this in the first place? Yeah, okay, well, here, get rid of this. I don't know why I did that. Okay, I think it's for the power. Alright, so I want to separate this cable and this cable. I don't have enough channels here. Let's see, how the heck are we going to do this? Okay, obviously we need to bring some stuff back out of here. So we're going to do just that. And then I'm going to put the another one over here, because why the heck not? We have the interface there. And then we'll split it like this. Okay. Okay, there we go. And this takes in what? This water? Okay. Right, the water here. And that one takes the water, okay. Alright, there we go. And then the storage bus should take in something else. And that should be the pellets. Okay. So the solar neutron activator. Let's see, do this one. That gives me polonium, so let me bookmark that one. And this one's plutonium, so let me bookmark that one. So solar is the polonium. That means this one produce polonium pellets. Alright, cool. So that one takes it out, and then puts it right back in. And we'll do this. Polonium. Okay, and that one, plutonium. Right there. Alright, great. Alright, so this is import bus. That takes out the pellets. This one puts in the water. And hopefully the fluoride does as well. So let me go in here. That's from the main network. Okay, that's filtered, and that's also filtered. And hopefully this one works. Okay, let's see. Top, that's import. No, output, I mean. That outputs the pellets. And from the back, that's also input for the items. And that's also input for the water there. Alright, great. Okay, let me get rid of this cable here. Okay, and then the green cable. Eventually, once I get the radioactive cells, then I can put the green cable back there and try to put that stuff into the local network. But for now, we're going to have to use the tube. Ultimate pressurized tube. And then we're going to like put like a whole bunch of barrels over here and let it dissipate. That's what we're going to do. So I'm not sure if the radioactive barrels can hold that. I mean, the cells. I mean, you use the barrels in order to make the cells, so I'm guessing you can do that, right? And then they dissipate from the cells over time. Spent nuclear. Okay, we're gonna do that. And that goes in from there and there. this, this. All right, cool. All right, so for this, the chemicals out the front. I think that's correct. I think. All right. Chemicals, that goes out the front. Okay, cool. All right, there we go. We're going to drag this cable somewhere else, just not over here. Not over here. We'll probably like drag it like across from here and then over here, and that'll be a temporary solution. All right, cool. Get the barrels out. All right, there we go. Let's just get us started. We'll put down more if we need to. All right, going to power this thing. Let's see. Fiber. Here, okay, cool. And let me see, that is fluoride dust in the water. And does that have fluoride dust? Okay, that has fluoride dust. How about this thing over here? Okay, we'll put that. Well, it has the pellets, okay. Alright, great, that works. Alright, gonna have to power this one. Okay, let's see. Put it like this. Alright, cool. Alright, that's going. Alright, great. We're probably missing something, but we'll see about that once we turn on the reactor. Alright, so that is the getting the nuclear waste out and into these particular machines in order to get processed. We didn't even turn on the reactor here. So what do we have here? Fissile fuel. And this is not powered yet. We're going to have to do something else here. And that is for the water. So we're going to get a couple of sinks out. Okay. And these are what these ports are for. We're putting in all the water. All the water. In here. Let's see. We'll put it like this. Alright, there we go. Where's the shrinking device? Jeez, give me that. Okay. Alright, how many more do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, there we go. Alright, bust out the integrate dynamics. And give me the cables here. Okay. Let's see. We're pulling something out and then put it inside the port here. We have a lot of ports though. How the heck are we going to do this one? I mean, we don't really need these many ports, right? We don't really need that many. All right, fine, fine. We'll get rid of some of these ports here. Or maybe we'll leave it. I'm not quite sure yet. Alright, let me get another port. I'll leave the ports down there just in case. SPS port. Where's the other port here? Here we go. Okay. Yeah, we'll put that like over here. Alright, cool. Alright, let's see. How the heck we're gonna do this? Okay, first of all, we're gonna need some interfaces. So fluid interfaces, okay. Get some fluid interfaces. No. Then we're gonna need the importer, or is it an exporter? Just don't remember which one. Let's see, importing would be imported back to network. No, I think it's a fluid exporter. Alright. That like right there. Hopefully that's correct. Okay, card. Export all fluids. Do it. Yeah, there we go. Now, we don't have to use integrated dynamics. You can just use like fluid pipe or something like that. But the thing is, there's a little trick where you can do like some kind of like some kind of max int thing. But we don't have to do that right now. We'll do that later, you know. We might have to change some things around. So, cool. Forget what that setting is, but that's okay. That's okay. And, ooh, fluid transfer rate, huh? We'll just add a couple of extra zeros to that. Yeah, will that work? Yeah, we'll do that later. We'll do that later. Don't worry. Oh, fill it up right quick. Oh, that was real quick. Real quick. Nice. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's see. That's one and that one. We got the water. And mind you, we're not optimizing anything, you know. We're not going for max efficiency. It's not even a max size reactor. So I think we're good to go with this. Let's go with this. What's the burn rate on this? It's like 0.1, so I'm okay with that. Alright, let me just power this thing up. Get one of these things out. That right there. Start filling up with fuel. Alright, cool. Okay, got my acceleration cards. That over here. Alright, so another thing we need to do is we need to deal with the steam. So let me see. This is output waste, output coolant. So I'm thinking it's output coolant. Okay, cool. Alright, you get another tank here. That one's empty. Put it over here. Now put that here. And we might have to put another one over here. And maybe another one on another port. And it's going to take on the steam. And what we're going to do is we're just going to dump the excess. Because we're not going to use steam. Forget that. Alright, we're ready to activate this thing. Hopefully, it doesn't explode. And hopefully, there's like no some kind of fallout that we have to worry about. So activate. Yeah. There's the familiar sound. Alright, cool. How's the water? Okay, we're going to water. Alright, let's see. Wasted fuel, heated coolant tank, okay. Alright, cool. Do I need a pipe for this? Hang on, what is this? Nuclear waste. Okay, nuclear waste is coming out. How about the steam? Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see, chemicals, the front, input from the back, okay. That should work, but I'm not getting any steam out of this thing. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, cool. Alright, how's this going? Let's see, this one, empty, empty. It's currently empty, by the way. And it's going into here. Okay, yeah, it's going into here first. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. You can go in there if you want to. 4 millibuckets. Hey, where the heck are you going? It's just like downright disappearing. Are you going into here? Okay, it's going into here. Alright. How many do I need in order to make one pellet? 1,000 millibuckets. Okay, that'll take a while. You know what we can do? We can go over here. And we can up the burn rate. Let's see. Maximum burn rate is 732 millibuckets. So we'll try... We'll try 1. See what happens with that. The fuel's still going up because it's like we have like a bunch of fissile fuel in here. So cool. Just need to keep an eye on the water. Alright. See, this is 1. And how's the nuclear waste over here? Uh-oh. Hold on, guys, hold on. Let's see, this is... There's still room in here, so I'm guessing that's okay. I'm guessing that's okay, because the pipe is empty. The tube is empty. And no, I will not stop clicking on it. Let's see, nuclear waste, that goes out to there. That one goes to here, okay. So does that mean this is like, built up a little bit? Where's the spent nuclear fuel? Okay, I guess it dissipated. Okay, we're getting up there. Alright, water's still okay. Alright, let's up the burn rate again. And does this give me anything? Okay. Let's try 6. Alright. Water's still looking okay. That one's not filling up. See this thing. Alright, that's obviously a little bit faster. Thank goodness for that glass. To have holes in the floor. Oh, look at that! We have 1 polonium pellets. Hey, give me that. Pellet. Look at that, we have 1 now. Okay, what can we do with this? Oh yeah, we can make the radioactive chemical storage cell. But then we need to deal with the HDPE sheet. Oh boy, oh, okay. Alright, then keep an eye on this for a little bit longer. Alright, it still looks okay. So let's go set up the HDPE sheets. Let me see. This one needs an enrichment chamber. And we need the pellets. So that means we need ethene and oxygen. Oh, more O2? Really? You gonna make me use the O2? Well, we have plenty, so it's like... I don't think that's an issue right there. And we need hydrogen with biomass. With the pressurized reaction chamber. Okay. Oh, look at that. We got 2 now. Okay, let's go ahead and make another pressurized reaction chamber. Okay, give me that one. Alright, biofuel, that's the crusher. Get one of those. Okay, I need to put all this other crap away. I don't need these anymore. Alright, cool. Okay, how much wheat do we have? 1.1 million? I'm kind of using that, so maybe not that. I want to say I want to use the wheat seeds. Because then I can crush that into biofuel. Or biomass, or whatever. See, crusher, biofuel. Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's use some of these seeds, because you have like over 6 million of it, and it's just sitting there. And yeah, I know, you can use whatever you want, you know, other crops, moss blocks if you want, you know, you can get moss blocks from these tractors and everything. But we have like a bunch of wheat seeds, and we want to use them, so cool. Let's see, where the heck are we going to put this one now? Let's see, biofuel, and we'll start a new leg over here. All right, cool. We kind of need to drag out more of the white cables. So, how are we gonna do that one? We might have to bring it out from here. How's this going? Alright, still okay. Oh yeah, look at all the steam. Dump the excess when it gets filled. Alright, cool. Alright, now is this getting anything or not really? This one's taking all the fuel now. That's okay. I can just turn off the that side if I want to. Alright, Crusher. See, this is from the blue cable here. And I want to put it on this side because that's where the white cable is. So, yeah. But we're gonna have to do that. Let's see. We'll put it like this. Alright, cool. Okay, interface. And how the heck we're gonna bring it up here? Do we need anything in the back though? Biofuel over there. That one goes over there and like that, which is pretty temporary. Alright, cool. Alright, we'll put it here for now. Okay, cool. Alright, wheat seeds. That. And let's see, this is from the back here. I like to replicate the shape if I can. So it looks like there's some kind of pattern with it. Alright, let's bring this out. And then obviously we need to put it back in. Do I want to do that? May do it another way. See, how far away is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course. Of course it is. Okay, fine. We'll do it like this. There we go. It's gonna start looking like spaghetti. And maybe if I get rid of this thing, it'll look a little better. Alright. Okay, let's see. We got the wheat seeds here. So let's power this thing. Alright, cool. Alright, items, input from the back. And then output from the top. Okay, cool. Okay, Crusher. Let's see. This is... Okay, we got the seeds going here. Import bust. Okay, that's a storage bus. Might as well put this one in there. Okay, this works, right? Yeah, that works. Okay, let me see. Import bus. These are the items. So input from the back and output from the top. Okay. Alright, how come you're not doing it then? It's because it has that crappy productive MBT crap on it. I use one of these. Does that work? Oh boy, okay. This one's for the storage bus. It's probably looping back and forth, right? Let me just, this one takes what? The biofuel? Okay, that over here. Okay, that works. Speed, and energy, and one of these guys. Alright, there we go. Fill it with biofuel. Alright, now we got the biofuel inside the network. We can put that into something else. And that is for making one of these. Oh, we need the substrate first. Okay, we need the pressurized thingamajiggy with the hydrogen. Okay, where's that? Okay, here it is. Yeah, I could probably put that like right directly inside there. I don't need to put that like outwards, right? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's not do it that way. Let's put it directly in there. Alright, give me that. And give me that. Okay, put directly next to it. Okay, do input like that. Alright, cool. And this one, the output into there. Alright, great. Alright, cool. Alright, so this one's not biofuel anymore. I don't know, time in the bottle. There we go. Alright, so this one takes in... Yeah, we need to drag a cable from the other network. And now, how the heck am I gonna do that one? That one has 2 channels. This one is an interface. So I'm going to get that one off of there. Get this. Storage bus over here. Okay. Okay, and this one takes in water, I think. Okay, this takes in water and hydrogen. Alright, fine. Okay, water and hydrogen. Sulfur dioxide. Where the heck are you getting that from? Ethene, okay. Get some of that stuff, okay. And what is this? This is a storage bus, right? Water vapor, okay. And this is, okay, you're getting it from there. Okay, fine. Okay, import. We'll do water here. And we're going to do hydrogen here. Let's make sure there's no funny business. All right, there we go. We got the substrate and we got ethene here. Now we need to put that back into the network. So let's see, how many channels do I have? Okay, we got 2 out of 8. That's gonna run out real quick. Okay, so we got the substrate. We got the ethene that we need to do. Okay, that's over here, right? Liquid ethene. Here, give me the regular one. Okay, again, we got the substrate. Okay, cool. Drag this to here, and then drag that to here. Then we're going to need another storage bus somewhere. Well, gonna have to put it on the side. Okay, substrate and ethene. Alright, cool. Alright, gonna need some cells. Alright, which cell was I using? The one mega one. Okay, mega. Yeah, I don't think I need the mega though. Because we'll be using the ethene for something. Whatever. Here, just make one. Alright, then we're gonna need the 16K here. Yep. Make one of those. Hopefully they don't clash each other. Alright, cool. Alright, go over here. And substrate. Okay, go on there and put that right there. Right. And this is not that one. Did I take that one? Where the heck did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, put that in there. And this is for ethene. And put that over here. But wait. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, let me see. Okay, that's still in there. And that is taking that stuff and that stuff out of here. Okay. Okay, go up here. And the items, that goes out to there. And then for the chemicals, let's see, what kind of chemicals are we talking about here? Okay, that's the front, so that is the input from the front. Okay, no, not that one. There we go. Okay, that's that one. And then the chemicals goes out the top. All right, great. All right, there we go. Now it's running. Ethene. All right, cool. How many channels do I have left on this one? 4? I think it's 4. 6 channels. Alright, I think I can put on more storage stuff over here. It doesn't take any channels anyway. Alright, cool. Alright, ethene. I need a tank. That's gonna be a waste of a tank. Ultimate tank, chemical, that's a fissile fuel. Okay. Got one of these. Okay, give me that one. Alright, cool. Put that away. Now, what are the other 2 items? The substrate and the fluorite dust. Okay, let me get one of these and get one of these. And put that over here. Alright, there we go. Now we got the substrates going. I might not even keep the substrate. I might also just keep the HDP or something. Alright, so let's see. I'm not gonna need this anymore. Now that you have the substrate, you can use that, combine it with O2 and ethene in order to get HDPE pellets. So we're gonna need another pressurized chamber reaction thingamajig. Okay, cool. Now this is the substrate, right? You know what? Maybe you just put it right inside, right next to it. So we don't have to put it like right back to the network, you know? So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So let's see, chemicals. We're gonna do that as an input. And then items, we're gonna also do that as an input. So what are we importing? Okay, we're importing all that crap. So you know what? Let's get rid of it. Yeah. It's not like we're dealing with large quantities here, you know? Okay, output the items there. Turn that one off, and then output to here as well. Okay, great. Cool. But of course, we're going to need the O2 in here. So I'm going to drag oxygen to here. Do that. Go back to over here and drag that to here. Okay, great. It's this one and this one. Alright, cool. That one's not taking out anything. That one is hydrogen and water. Okay, hold on. It's hydrogen and water. Okay. And what about this? That's O2. Okay. Okay, oxygen. That right there. And this one's taking in that stuff, so we no longer need this one. This one. Alright, cool. Okay. This one takes oxygen. Let's go over here, chemicals, and we do an input like that. Right? Right? Okay, hold on. Is that in the wrong section now? Why would that matter, though? Alright, fine. Hold on. Let's see, chemicals. Let's see, O2. They're both chemicals, though. And they're both red. Items, chemicals, that's from the front there. Fluids. What the heck, man? Oxygen. That should be working, right? Let's see, oxygen and oxygen. Yeah, that should be working. Okay, get rid of this damn thing. Gee, come on. You put it in the right slot. Yeah? Do you work? Unbelievable. Let's see, input like that, and then put like that. I mean, this is like 10 buckets. And there's not like no dump button. Okay, fine. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get another one out. Okay. This one is stored energy, and that one's okay. This one. Oh, I'm putting the O2 in. What the heck, man? Why are you not putting O2 in there? Am I out of O2? Is that it? Did I end up using all the oxygen? That doesn't make any damn sense. I have plenty of O2 in there, and that's from the local network. That's on. O2 is like right there. Hydrogen and water. Maybe it's just busy like dumping water and hydrogen to this one, but it doesn't look like it is. Empty. Okay, that one is an input right there. Let's see, storage bus for the O2. Okay. Okay, I don't get it. Okay, I don't get it. Chemicals, and that's an input. Why you know? Is it liquid form? Is that it? Liquid. It's a liquid. Oh boy. Okay. That's why. All right. We need to turn it into a liquid. All right. That is that one, and then we can do that. HTP pellet. Okay, that's liquid ethene. So what is this one now? We can get ethene like that, but what about the substrate? Oh boy, okay. Let's do that one. That's a substrate. So the substrate comes out from here. Okay. We're going to need a rotary thingamajiggy. Okay. I'll put that right there. Wait, what are you doing? Not the oxygen, no. Get rid of this now. What the heck? Ugh. And you're probably not gonna have, like, of course you retain it. Alright, get out of here. I'm not gonna bother making a dropper and just, like, dragging it out of there. Do we have any chemical trash cans? I mean, I could put it in a tank and just, like, okay, whatever. Alright, put it back down. Okay, chemicals, that is input from here. No, turn that off. Okay, input from there. And, of course, obviously it's empty now because I just wasted all the ethene. Alright, here, give me this. Okay, now it's liquid ethene. And then now I can put it into here. But then again, this is like all filled too. Fine, give me a tank. Does this thing void like chemicals? Hold on. Energy, fluid, item, ultimate trash can. Fine, give me a tank. This one holds ethene, so let me do this. Can I do it out of here? No. Okay, trash. No. No. Get out. Get out. It's like 2 hours now. I can't deal with you right now. Alright, so, let me make another one. You already put a dump button on the machine. Alright, there we go. Okay, we got liquid ethene. Let me first clear this and that one just in case. And put it right there. Alright. Clear that, and then clear this, and then clear that. Alright, cool. Alright, so the chemicals. Well, it's a liquid now, isn't it, right? Alright, so fluids. We'll do an input from there. And then, the liquids, will output it into here. Right, it's a liquid? Okay, cool. And then we need the O2 now, so we're going to drag another cable over here. Alright, cool. Before I do that... Okay, that should be O2. Okay, chemicals, we'll do input like that. Yeah? Does that work? Okay, cool. Alright, now the substrates. That is coming from here. And it's also coming from here. So let's just... should we put it back into the local network? Let's see, this one. I don't want to have to set that up again. Alright, fine. I'll do it like this. Okay. Substrate. Alright, cool. And the items comes up from the top. And then this one, do it as an output. Alright, cool. That works. That, do that, and do that. Speed these up. Okay, energy. Alright, cool. Nice. HDPE pellets. Alright, so from that, we can flatten it with what? Enrichment chamber? Okay. So I'll put that over here. Oh boy, that's like right on the edge there. Okay, ultimate enriching factory. Alright, we'll input from the left side, and then we'll eject that from what? HDPE pellets. Okay, that one is the blue cable. That's 3. Okay, that's the main network there. Okay, we'll use the blue cable over here. Alright, let's go over here and output from the right side. Okay, that one. Turn that one on. Do this. Speed this up. Alright, cool. HDPE sheets. And we can import that back into the network. There we go. Nice. And go over here and then do that as an output. Alright, great. Now what can we do with the HDPE sheets? Oh yeah, we can make the SPS cases and everything. Nice. Alright. So we are on our way in order to make the SPS. Very nice. And various other things as well, you know. Various other things. Alright, how's the reactor doing? It didn't explode, so I'm guessing that's a good thing. Alright, let's keep it up. Alright, how's this thing? Alright, cool. How's this thing? It's doing alright. Okay, that one's still going. Okay, this one's not getting anything. That's okay. Alright, let's check out the pellet supply. We have 47 pellets, polonium pellets now. Alright, great. So we need like a bunch of polonium first, and then we'll switch to plutonium. And once we get like a bit of plutonium, then we can go 88 miles per hour and make other things as well. We need unattained in order to make this? Oh, interesting. Alright, cool. Cool. Alright, so that'll be another episode, making the SPS. Once you get the polonium and plutonium pellets, we can make the materials for that. And we also still got to worry about the power, because I'm not that super confident about the power, you know. Yeah, we do have the big boy here. Take a look at the bottom over here. Okay, which side's which again? Okay, it's this side. This one's still going. It's 21.50 whatever. million FE per tick. Could it be a little bit better? Yeah, it could be a little better. You know, we're only using diamond moderators right now, and some people do say that there's supposed to be like a gap between the wall and the fuel rods, but I didn't do that. Whatever, it is max size after all, and I am getting 21 million FE per tick. That's like, it's not chump change. It is still good power, big power, and I am outputting all of that into the machines network on the Flux network. I have like 5 of these plugs on here, so yeah, and it's not taking a hit at all. And all these Mekanism machines, how much power they take. It's like a whole bunch of power. If I right click that one, look at how much power it's taking. Sheesh. A lot of power. And mind you, I have other machines on this Flux network as well, elsewhere. But this one just takes like most of the power. So cool. If it's not like taking a hit from the big reactor down there, so I think I'm good. Until we turn on the SPS, then it's gonna take even more power. Just like an enormous amount of power. That's okay. If anything, I might like want to go in here and just replace all the diamond blocks or something else, but I'm not made of vibranium, How much vibranium do I have? 1,027? I don't think that's going to fill up this whole thing. I do, however, have a whole bunch of diamonds if you want more of that, So, cool. So again, none of this is min-max or anything like that. I'm not going for the optimal experience. Given enough time, I will be able to achieve things. So, cool. Same thing with the pellets, I just sit here, do other things, and I come back, and I have like a whole bunch of pellets for me to use. So that's okay. That's totally okay. So, it's gonna up the burn rate again. By 27. Let's see. Looks alright. Is that filling up? Yeah, it looks alright. Okay. Alright, just gonna have to keep an eye on it. My eyes on the failsafe. I have no failsafe on these things. You can put that on there if you want to. Just gonna keep it low and keep it that way. Alright, cool. Alright, so this has been another episode of All the Mods 10 to the Sky. I've been FUMBLEBLOCK, and I'll see you next time.